Hello again, everyone. My name is James Shotwell. This is Music Biz, and today we're going to talk about a hot rumor and what it could mean for the future of music. Now, if you're connected to the world of social media at all, then you've no doubt heard about Clubhouse. It's this very exclusive, invite-only app that is quickly gaining a lot of momentum that allows for people to join or listen to audio conversations. So picture it like walking into a room where a group of people are talking about a hot topic like sports or music or tech or anything along those lines. Now, depending on the settings of the room, you can either participate in the conversation or just listen to it. So you can listen to Elon Musk have a conversation with Mark Zuckerberg, for example. And that's a pretty cool opportunity, but it has caused some concerns in the music business. Obviously, if people are spending more time listening to other conversations and participating in them, that's less time that they're spending listening to music. So some have wondered if it's going to be a problem for services like Spotify. But the new rumor actually spins this idea on its head. So recently, Daniel Ek, the founder of Spotify, was participating in a bunch of conversations on Clubhouse, and he seemed to think that it was a pretty cool application. Cut to last week, when a couple of Spotify users noticed that the ad-supported version of the platform was servicing surveys asking people how they felt about Clubhouse. And this all leads to the rumor that I'm going to share with you now, which is that Spotify is either, one, considering acquiring Clubhouse and bringing it into the fold of what it's doing, or two, planning to launch some kind of copycat platform the same way that Instagram copies things like stories or reels or pretty much any of the features on Instagram. Now, personally, I think that this is a genius idea because right now, every streaming service in music basically offers the exact same thing. No one really has exclusivity on any music. And with more and more services adding a hi-fi option, having high fidelity is certainly not going to be exclusive for that long. So now all these platforms have to come up with other ways to stand out from the competition. And obviously price points are one thing, but with artists fighting more and more to get better compensation, you can only lower your price so long before you're going to start making the artist community upset. So the only thing left is new features and exclusivity. And if Spotify could acquire something like Clubhouse, then it could enter two realms that aren't really explored that much in streaming already. One is forming communities around artists, and two is promoting the conversation around artists. Think of it like this. Billie Eilish is planning to release her new album, and we're all very excited about it, and we want to learn a lot about it, and maybe she'll do an interview with Zane Lowe for BBC One that you can find on Apple, or maybe she'll do something with the New York Times that you can read. But what if you could log into Spotify, go to Billie's page, and join a conversation where she is chatting with somebody else and fans have the opportunity to ask questions or even just get this exclusive access to what's going on in her life. It's kind of like a podcast, but with that extra element that maybe you get the chance to participate. But let's forget about the big name stars for a while because wherever they go, people will follow. But what about up-and-coming artists? When up-and-coming artists want to celebrate a new release right now, especially when we're all just stuck on our phones and internet devices because live music isn't happening, they have to host an event somewhere. They have to be on IG Live or Twitch or Zoom or something like that, and the entire time they're just asking people to go to yet another service to check out the music. You know, they're on IG Live telling you to check out their songs on Spotify, but what if they could host those events on Spotify? So all the fans gather on Spotify. There's a Q&A where they can ask the artist questions, or maybe the artist just tells them something about the record, and then they can all stream the record while on the exact same page. It brings the conversation to Spotify rather than the conversation telling people to go to Spotify. And since they're already there, they're inclined to listen right away. Maybe even leave the event and just go check out the song and then come back. Or maybe there's some way they can integrate the song into the audio event. I don't really know how it all works just yet, but there's a lot of possibilities here where Spotify can not only become the hub for listening to music, but also the hub for talking about music. And I think that fits into Spotify's overall goal of just music dominance. So whether or not Spotify buys Clubhouse or they build their own version of Clubhouse, it's clear that they don't necessarily see it as a threat, but as a sign that there are more ways that they can engage with the greater music community. Because there are a ton of people out there who would love to connect with other fans and especially their favorite artists. And if Spotify can somehow build a bridge that allows that to happen, especially on its own platform, then that's something they absolutely want to pursue because they already have a big claim on podcasts. And of course, they already have music as well. So facilitating conversations in another way is just an extension of what they're already doing. And of course, they're experimenting a bit with video. So if they could get video, podcasts, music streaming, and all conversations about music all onto one platform, well then they're a hub for the music community that nothing else can compare to. And I think that that's ultimately what they're working towards. Now, I would love to hear what you think about this. So if you watch this video, please comment below and let me know if you think Spotify should continue pursuing this idea or pursue it at all. Who knows if they're actually doing it, but that seems to be where we're headed right now, and I want to know what you think about it. And if you haven't done so already, please take a moment and click the subscribe button down below, because we are creating a ton of content here at Music Biz. I know it's been a little slow recently, but we've been busy on some other projects and we are getting back into it in a big way. So please click the subscribe button down below. And if you've already done that and you've watched this far, well then I thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. You make our lives so much better. And I'll leave you with this. No matter what else you do in your life, please take care of yourself, because you deserve it.